When it comes to protecting the brain as we age, both physical exercise and dietary changes are powerful tools, but comparing them directly raises a complex and nuanced question. Is one more important than the other? Or are they synergistic, each amplifying the benefits of the other? While research continues to explore this relationship, the current evidence suggests that both are essential and in slightly different ways. Exercise appears to have especially immediate and potent effects on brain structure and function. Regular physical activity increases blood flow to the brain, promotes the growth of new neurons, particularly in the hippocampus, the center for learning and memory, and enhances the release of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF, a protein that supports neuronal survival and plasticity. In aging adults, studies consistently show that aerobic exercise, like walking, swimming, or cycling, improves memory, attention, and processing speed. Resistance training also plays a role by enhancing executive function and reducing brain atrophy. Perhaps more striking is the evidence that physical activity can delay the onset and progression of neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. MRI studies of active older adults reveal greater brain volume and connectivity compared to sedentary peers. Even modest exercise routines, 30 minutes a day, a few times a week, have been shown to significantly reduce dementia risk. This makes physical activity a cornerstone of any brain health strategy, particularly because it also benefits cardiovascular health, metabolism, sleep quality, and mood, all of which indirectly influence cognitive aging. Diet, on the other hand, tends to exert its influence more gradually, but with equally meaningful outcomes. Anti-inflammatory, nutrient-rich diets, such as the Mediterranean or MIND diet, help prevent cognitive decline by reducing oxidative stress, stabilizing blood sugar, supporting gut health, and maintaining vascular integrity. Diet directly affects the availability of critical nutrients like omega-3 fatty acids, B vitamins, antioxidants, and polyphenol, all of which are essential for protecting neurons, maintaining neurotransmitter balance, and regulating inflammation in the brain. The distinction lies partly in timing and mechanism. Exercise stimulates immediate biochemical and structural changes in the brain, while diet sets the long-term nutritional and metabolic foundation on which the brain relies. In isolation, each is beneficial, but combined, they create a more resilient and adaptable brain environment. Importantly, some studies suggest that the benefits of exercise and diet may not be additive, but synergistic, meaning the effect of doing both is greater than the sum of their parts. For example, people who exercise regularly may absorb or utilize brain-healthy nutrients more efficiently. Likewise, a well-nourished brain may respond more robustly to the neuroplastic effects of physical activity. However, personal context matters. For someone with mobility limitations or chronic fatigue, focusing on nutrition may be the more practical and sustainable starting point. Conversely, individuals with disordered eating, limited access to fresh foods, or low dietary diversity may find that adding physical activity provides quicker emotional and cognitive improvements. Psychological engagement, stress resilience, and social connection often come more readily through movement than through food, especially in group settings like walking clubs or fitness classes. That said, the risk of overemphasizing one and neglecting the other is real. A perfect diet cannot compensate for a completely sedentary lifestyle, just as daily workouts cannot undo the damage of chronic nutrient deficiencies or inflammatory eating. Both are necessary, and neither should be viewed as a substitute for the other. Ultimately, asking whether diet or exercise has a greater impact on cognitive aging is a bit like asking whether oxygen or water is more important for survival. They serve different roles, and both are indispensable. For optimal brain health, the most effective strategy is not to choose between them, but to integrate both into daily life in consistent, sustainable ways. That means prioritizing whole, unprocessed foods rich in fiber, healthy fats, and antioxidants, while also engaging in regular physical activity that gets the heart pumping, the muscles working, and the brain firing. In the battle against cognitive decline, it's not diet versus exercise, it's diet and exercise, working together to keep the brain vibrant for years to come.